high alert. I'm still in the YouTube yard of the shoe, and I know we all saw the 16 to life video. Well, I think we all kind of knew. Exposed tube, homie. Well, cat's out of the bag, bro. It's clear to you. It's your same voice. It's your same cadence. I got no problem with you, bro. You're SNY. You're SNY. Now, the question is, people that saw 16 to Life's video and people that remember the L video should know it was always him. Now, the question is, how does this compromise him? Does it matter? Let's look at the YouTube yada as a whole. There's more SNY than it is good people. So now we have a good conversation here. Again, you guys know where I stand. I sit here for a reason. Our energies were going the same way. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It was the same energy. All that dubs. Now you must ask yourself, this is how much people don't like this motherfucker. Same thing with Campolero. Same thing with Oxnard. Me, I didn't really give a shit, dude. I was elsewhere. I came over here to do this and got monetized, and now I'm like, fuck it, bro. Now, exposed to, you're free, bro. Look, bro, I don't care who you are, where you're from, why you went SNY. It's your story to tell. But what you do have is you were on the yard with this motherfucker, bro. And he pretends to be something we've always known he's not. So now you can just truly cook this motherfucker, bro. Hey, man, you don't like him for your reasons, which is in that interview. Was in that interview when I saw it the first time, and I looked for it, and it was gone. I'm going to be honest with you guys, bro. Once L said in the video, I know exactly who Exposed Tube is. It gave it away, bro. It gave it away. And credit to Chill. Credit to Chill. Now, let's politic. Did Chill know it was you by the cadence of your voice? I can answer that. Chill, did you? But we don't have to do that, Chill. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's damaging evidence towards your Exposed Tube. Now, his camp are going to shit on you. Some of our supporters, they might shit on you, might turn on you, or they might not. Who knows? It don't affect me. I'm good standings. We were booking this dude on the yard. No, I will say tactically, you might have played it wrong. You could have just said, hey, I was the guy on that interview. I was the guy who was on the yard with this piece of shit, and this is how he acted. I looked for that video so many times, bro, because I do remember that's kind of how I got a little bit of the Ironwood story I'm telling, bro, because I remember it. I remember him being a porter, and then he told on himself, right? So see what I mean, where the energy was the same? Because he told on himself, and then me and Campolero found in his content that one video they compromised him about being a porter, telling an SNY story. You know some of that Exposed Tube. Cook this motherfucker. The YouTube yard is full of SNYs. Some stories we know, some we don't. But he's a debriefer. You think that if I had that interview, I don't know what I would have done with it, because I would have figured it out. So I can't say that. But what I'm most interested in is the debriefers hung out with other debriefers. That is the most enlightening thing in there, bro. Think about what I'm going to do with those content. Just what I'm going to do with it, bro. Debriefers hanging with debriefers. Did they act like they were still in the mix? Man, that's interesting, bro. Well, we're going to see what the YouTube yard does. We're going to see what 50 Cent does, bro. This could get interesting. It's going to be a lot of content to be made. How do others feel? Chemos, 415. How you guys feeling? How's everybody going to feel when they know that Man, Exposed Tube, you were the guy who called in on that interview because the voice, you can't conceal it, bro. It's you, bro. Your cadence, the way you roast them, it is you. But now tell us, you can say it now openly, clear. You don't have to hold back how that motherfucker was on that yard, fool. Look at the way he acts. I just saw it when he was like, oh, I knew him personally, I knew him personally, Dudes like that would get folded in the 4 yards. My little experience that I was there, they would get folded. Level 4s that acted level 4s or high powered in level 4s always wrecked. So when you see this fucking lame, and then when he crashes out, you see him who he really is. You see him for who he really is. It's fucking fascinating. The archetype. Crash dummies, bro. Crash dummies, they just fucking wreck. Again, this is why when they're no good, it's just easier for them in content. But you got to be honest. YouTube guys, I know maybe you guys might be conflicted. Maybe you guys don't care. I want to see how this changes the dynamic. Because, hey man, the energy was fucked ups. It didn't matter. The source didn't matter where it came from. If I'm good standings, and let's just say somebody reaches out to me and they were on an SNY yard and they said, hey, I was on there with Dubs. I know why and I know this and this. Bro, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that because people get it confused with some of us on the internet, on YouTube. I ain't active. A lot of us aren't. I can only speak for myself, me, in a long time, bro. This don't mean nothing to me. But the energy is what I thought was fascinating. And to me, that's what it was all about. It was one common goal to fucking break this fool. And we've done it. And it was a we thing. You know, he has his thing. I have my thing. L has his thing. All the anti-dub content creators in this YouTube, yada, they bug this fool in their own way. And if the energy is intertwined, then so be it. It's políticas, politics on the YouTube yard. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You got the shadow yard, the fucking PC yard, the no good yard, the good standings yard, and you got the chapel, and then it's only Brother Blood. I see you, Brother Blood. Still see you, bro. And then you got the chomos. They're far away. They're outcasted. They can't even really play in the YouTube yard because I think that's more despicable than ratting. And I think even a rat would know that or would agree with that. Well, Exposed Tube, homie. You notice how I say homie? Because this doesn't mean anything to me and it doesn't bother me, bro. You have your reasons of concealing your identity, and I think it has something to do with your life and your family. And anybody who does 19 years in prison, it's still 19 years. As a human being, as a man, it's still 19 years. And if any of you guys see how I'm trying to politic for him, whatever, well, I stand on the same fact why I don't go in on Slugs or L. And you can count Exposed Tube to that. And Mikey's status is hidden, and I'm not going to do nothing there because those people don't bother any of us, really. You know, I blame why the YouTube yard is so all balanced and fucking PC'd up and trash. I blame the triangle PC of power. I blame Renegade, Dubs, and Gunner. The other reasons why the YouTube yard is shit, you know, they came out telling a bunch of fucking stories and shit, snitching, saying shit they shouldn't have, telling fucking level 4 Pelican-based stories. The other guy just was like, I don't know what Skinner was doing. I don't remember why, so whatever it was. But they muddied the waters. They killed the YouTube yard. They killed it. All the integrity is gone out of the YouTube yard. When I came into this place, that's why I did it the way I did it. I planned this. It's easier for me. Good standings in my body ain't fucking known. Ain't multi-generational. It's done. I do really have a free pass for a lot of shit. But the fact of the matter is, even though I ain't going back to prison, yo, man, I didn't go to the other side. And I got to stand on that. I got to stand on that. And this is where I got to cut ties. This is where that shit, the mess up was completely always compromised. But now it's like, fuck, you know? I got no issues with a lot of the people that went to the other side. They have their reasons, bro, and only they have the reasons. But I'm going to tell you guys again right now. It's one thing to go SNY and do content and self-admit than to pretend to be something you're not. That's just what it boils down to. And this is why Dubs is getting booked and will continue to get booked, at least by me, exposed to. Open up, man. We don't need to know who you are, where you're from. We don't, why or that, whatever. Cook this dude, bro. You have the opportunity to fry this motherfucker, to finally come out and say the way that piece of shit acted, how much of a pussy he was as a porter. Hey, the SEALs were tripping, eh? The SEALs were tripping, eh? Hey, I was in Pelican Bay. Hey, I was in Pelican Bay, hey? You didn't debrief. You didn't rat. Well, wherever you wrecked, that's on you. You can tell that story. But it's out now, bro. Don't tell us who you are. Don't show us who you are. Just cook this food, bro. Now, I know a lot of the trolls are going to think we're compromised. How? I never knew. I suspected like we all did. Even Dubs fucking figured it out. I think a lot of people had already known, didn't want to say nothing. I couldn't find that interview. I looked for it. But I got no problems with L. I got no problems with Exposed Tube now. I got no problem with Slugs and all the self-admitted, non-disrespectful to the Ranflas North or South. They don't bother me. They don't bother nobody. They're not a facade. But Dubs, oh, it ain't over yet. Me and Capaleto still got work to do on you. Excuse me. All right, man. Now I got to go finish up this J Mono shit.